HarperCollins presents A Sister's Courage by Molly Green, read by Sophie Bentinck. To all those remarkable women in the Air Transport Auxiliary who risked their lives every day to make sure their male counterparts had the planes they urgently needed for training and combat. There were 168 female pilots, including 4 female engineers, who joined the ATA during the war years along with their male counterparts. Sadly, there were a number of fatalities. I would like to make a special dedication to Pauline Gower, a qualified pilot before the war with her own aviation business, who successfully fought for the right of female pilots to be allowed to join the Air Transport Auxiliary along with the men, and was appointed senior commander of the women's section. Before the war, it was unheard of for women to have equal pay in any job whatsoever. But in May 1943, Miss Gower was the first person in any company or organisation to obtain equal pay for the women pilots in the Air Transport Auxiliary. She pushed home the point that her pilots were doing exactly the same job and taking exactly the same risks every day as the men. She refused to take no for an answer. A truly outstanding achievement. Unfortunately, after the war, the gap between male and female pilots' pay was once again firmly in place. Tragically, in 1947, Pauline Gower died at only 36, having just given birth to twin sons who, thankfully, survived. Who knows what more she might have achieved if she'd had a longer life. Before. Bromley, Kent, April 1936.
Can I go up, Daddy? Please!
Your mother said I was not to let you. Raine's father looked down at his daughter, taller than most 14-year-olds, with long, spindly arms and legs. He couldn't help smiling at the set of her chin, her clear violet eyes, just like her mother's, the long, dark, wavy hair lifting slightly in the breeze. Yes, she was a beautiful girl. Everyone said so. Which was why her mother was determined to protect her. "I don't know why you want her to go and see such a dangerous performance," Simone said when he'd told her he was taking their daughter to watch Cobham's Flying Circus perform at West Malling. "But if you insist to go against my wishes, you must not allow her into one of those contraptions." "You should come with us." Robert gazed at his wife fondly. She was French, 21 years younger than him, and she tried hard during their marriage to keep him in line. Sometimes it worked, but not today. He intended to keep his promise to his daughter to at least take her to watch the spectacle. "You think I want my shoes muddy, my coat splashed in some horrible field?" she'd said, her eyes flashing. Simone didn't know how seductive she looked when she was annoyed, Robert thought, his mouth curling in amusement. And how delightful her accent, which she was so sure she'd lost 10 years ago. "I shall find out if she goes up," Simone had warned. Now, looking at his daughter's pleading expression, Robert relented. "If I let you, Raine, you must promise faithfully not to tell your mother. We would both be in terrible trouble." He looked down at his daughter with affection. "You know, you do rather take after your mother in your determination when you've made up your mind about something." Raine beamed.
"That's a good thing, isn't it, Daddy?"
He laughed. "Yes, I suppose it is. It might carry you through life. On the other hand, you might be in for some huge disappointments." Raine gave a theatrical sigh.
"I promise I won't say anything, Daddy."
"Good girl. Now let's find out how long we'll have to wait in the queue." Robert strolled across the field to collect his daughter as the biplane touched down. He had to admit his heart had thumped in his ears as he'd watched every second of the plane's progress, knowing his precious daughter was strapped into the flimsy contraption.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?